I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. So in this space today, I call in the energy and vibration of our highest selves. Archangel Michael, protection during this session. Archangel Gabriel, wisdom and strength. Archangel Raphael, healing, body, heart, mind, and soul. The other one today is Archangel Metatron. There is at least one person in here that needs to be in this energy to start the path and purpose. Something needs to be told to you. And so right now, I'm so grateful for all of that positive energy in this space. It helps keep me grounded as well. And one of the more, I don't know, I guess tough things of being this in tune is when you're able to easily see what someone else is not wanting to say, or is doing some kind of like repeated thing over and over, and still allowing those choices to be made. But knowing it, seeing it, and feeling slightly helpless as others go around choosing how they're gonna live. So I'm sure that that's the same for some of you all as well. So I have already been pulling cards. I pulled for myself and stuff because I know there was things that needed to come out and I didn't want it to get in the way of the message today for those of you who are here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you everyone. We're gonna pull 3 cards right now. Ooh, we got the Sun. I love that. I love to see that. Ooh, we got the Lovers. My goodness. Yo, we got some great vibes in here. The 2 of Cups. Who is in here that it has this energy all over them? I love it. That's the energy of this space, right? Coming together, being protected, having joy and happiness. Yeah. I don't know about that one. So, as I'm shuffling the cards for the next energy answer to come through, I'll tell you about our crystal friend here. This is a piece of radiolated quartz. And I saw it in the shop and it started vibrating, and I was just like, nah, that's weird. That can't be it. No, that's not happening. And I came home after that, and it was the first time I ever dreamed about a crystal. Not the last time, but the first time. And this was the one I dreamed about, so I went back a week later and it was still there waiting for me. And yeah, I had a lot of energy and happy to bring it home for sure. I don't know if this angle is going to work. Might have to change. We'll see. We'll see what's up. What else is in here? What else is in here? Ooh, yes. 4 of Cups. Or, sorry, 4 of Wands, meaning like reaching the goal. The happiness in life. 4 of Swords. I've been getting this one too. It's like being called to rest. Being called to meditate. And balancing your material world. Like, things that you need and things others need from you. I've been getting this a lot too, which is beautiful. I love that for all of us in here. Legacy, 10 of Pentacles, and, you know, long life, big family, legacy. Oof. Bottom of the deck. I don't know about all that. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. Yay, I exist, I'm here, and I'll show you the things that way instead. Sorry, My hair is wet. Had to get that spiritual shower cleanse going for sure. If anyone has a question, feel free to ask in the chat. I will pull cards. I've come to the realization that all the gifts I have been given are not to make money. They are given so that others can receive. Hey, Ma, how are you? Girl, I gotta put on my glasses now. I think I gotta get a tablet. My phone's too small for it to see it anymore. There we go, Prime. Hello, you have a question? Okay. Prime, you don't have to put it in the chat. You can ask it in your mind, whatever is okay with you. And then we will just tuning into your energy. Put it in the cards. Yo, here we go. Yes, I am in the US. Where are you? Guys, do you know how much I shuffled and look what came out first again? It's the Sun. I think it was you already in this chat that we read for already. That's freaking awesome. You live in PHU. I don't know what that is. Tell me more. Yo, there is recorded proof. I've shuffled many times. This one came out again, the Lovers. Okay, alright. This one is different than the last one, which is so good. Philippines, nice. What time is it there? Early in the morning. The next one that came out was this one, Eight of Swords, which is like being trapped, not, you feel stuck, there's no way to get out, but the truth is that's all just false belief, because there's nobody there holding them. So these ones being like the good feeling amazing ones, like the Sun and Lovers, and then this, right? That makes it seem like some things you believe are getting in the way of the things that you want to have, right? Okay, this being like charging in, right? And then, what do I say? There was something there. Yeah, so what's for you is always for you. You don't need to push or rush or try to make it happen, right? There was no effort for those cards to come out. And there's a big change coming. That's what it is. There's a big change, and you need to be in the like receiving mode where you are able to do and achieve and feel this sun, feel this joy, feel this love, feel this partnership, and not doubt it. You don't have to make it happen. Prime. What's the question? You can ask it in your mind or out loud. I'm shuffling for you. It sounds like you have a lot of questions. Hold on, let's see. I'm asking about you. Prime. This is twice now. I think that... Oh, I'll say this one too. Oh, there was a couple more in there. All right. So this time, now we get the Three of Swords, which is heartache. We get the Magician, which is the creator, having everything available to them, as above, so below, able to manifest easily. And then these other two popped out where it's like not looking forward, right? Looking back. And then not knowing where to give your gifts and energy to. That's it. That's what you got, Prime. Who else is in here? Or should I say, from other times or places, because I always make these live. So someone in here needs a question answered. I'm going to take jumping cards this time. There's no reason one way or the other. It's just sometimes I see, and that means I'm supposed to do, right? My intuition gives me funny little things to do, and I follow them. Does it seem like a big deal at the time? No, but in the long run, it makes all the difference in the world. Okay. So for the person who isn't here during this live, but will see this and has a question. This is why you're questioning. There's something big being shook up. I even feel like it's unexpected. And this one follows after it. The Ace of Wands, it's almost like this Ace of Wands caused this Tower moment, right? You had a new idea, a way of action, or doing things in the world that completely shakes up either like what you're doing now, what you thought you would be doing, right? And it's sudden. I think that's the toughest part with the Tower, is not just that it happens, but that it happens so quickly. And then the other two, right? I hate having to tell this to you, but whoever you were on with this journey at the Tower moment are not the ones that are going to be going with you in the longer term, because they're going to be judging how you use your resources and fighting you with actions. Hey, Cupcake. Right? Their actions. It's like they do things to get in the way. Almost like it's subconscious, like because this is someone you know really well or you love, and it's like, why would they do that? They might just be subconsciously doing it. They don't even know. What's everybody doing on a fine Sunday? I hope you all are in good spirits. This space is highly protected, and that means that you are here as well too. Only once in a while does Metatron make it known that he wants to join the circle and the energy. Today is one of those days, which means, and 31 on the clock. It's like, these are the kind of lives that set something in motion for people. That's the purpose of him being in this space, is to start others on their journey. And that's what I'm supposed to do being here. But let me tell you, sometimes it is a challenge to maintain the energetic like this, right? Usually because I would be thinking about something else, not being in the present moment, right? Anxiety is about the future, and guilt or regret or judgment is about the past. Here in this moment, in this space, is where we can do things together, because it's not just however many people are in here and me right now. There's also the energetic beings that are with us in this space too. I see a lot of completion, but also like lots of heartache. Like we've seen the 10 of Pentacles, and I'm seeing the 10 of Cups, and we've seen good cards about relationships, but then also like not good ones too. I just saw that heartache will be healed by emotional support from the divine. What should you expect this week? All right. I'm just going to tune into your energy for a second. I can feel it. It's like a cloak over my shoulders. Okay, it's 3 cards. And here we go. Whew. Okay. Okay. So I thought it was 3 cards, but it turned out to be 5. And how do I know that? Because we never end on a negative, quote unquote. So talking about your next week, something is going to be done and over with, right? And I want to say I hope it's not your work, but at the same time I hope that it is, because you're heading out into something better. You're taking stock and you're looking to the future, where you're going to go, far away, the actions you're going to take, but you're protected. The cloak is there, which is funny that I mentioned that too, but And then this one, right? To me, this is trying to like disarm others, and also, you know, take your lessons and run. Black, you'll be next, Blackjack. And when you do these, yeah, this is what comes. This is what comes. 9 of Pentacles, you're fully able to support yourselves and more. And then also the Justice being like, you're balanced, you are right, this is where you're supposed to be. It seems like this week is going to be kind of eventful. Thandeka. All right, Blackjack. Thank you for your energy in this space. Whew. Okay. Blackjack, how's this month going to be for you? Yep. Okay. Here we go. All right. So how's the next month going to be? This is you. You are the King of Pentacles. You're very abundant. You have plenty of material things, right? Maybe it's from winning blackjack. That's what I usually win at too when I go to Vegas. Okay. Then there's going to be opportunities of like choosing where you give your time and energy to, and your resources, financial and material. This is where it starts getting a little funny for this month. Here, right, you have the high ground, but still you're fighting against something. Either this is like actions that you don't want to take, or it feels like those actions are attached to other people, places, and things that you don't want to be a part of. You're trying to balance your material life. And look at the water at the back going up, down, up, down. That's like emotions. So kind of a bit of a roller coaster as you're trying to balance this stuff. Again, more like, I don't see that this is necessarily about fighting. It's more like working really hard to get something together, right? Like you're trying to build something, but not everybody knows what the goal is. And then as you're moving forward towards the end of your month, right? Like you don't want to be feeling like this all the time. The thing is that when these came out, look at how the Page of Swords is looking back on this right now, right? The Page of Swords is being like, I know I need to do these things or move forward, but all I can remember in my intellect is all the difficulty. However, this is you, right? Your month, you have the strength to overcome this all. You already have been, you already are. And that there will be like a new, like you see the feather in his cap, a new direction or new thought or guidance from source about an action to take or something like that. And if you see, this one is looking forward and up to the future instead of the swords one, which was looking right down and back. So you have the strength to carry it forward. Don't spend your time thinking about what's already happened. That burns your energy too. You're welcome. I hope this was like helpful in any way, and I'll always say that like this is generally a reading of the moment that you're seeing it, the energetic, like reading of the energy and what's likely outcomes are, but any positive actions you take, or doesn't even have to be positive, any actions you take change the outcome. So it's more like forewarned, forewarned, right? You're like, ooh, that sounded scary, I don't want to do that. Okay, well then you should do the things that you've been being called to do, right? I mean, even if it's just shit like dirty dishes and laundry, just the being a person thing. Oof. Anybody else have any other questions? I'm happy to answer them. My gifts are for everyone, and I never get tired because I'm tapped into divine source energy when we are here doing this, so it always makes me feel better too. Because, woof, there was some entities today. I always feel like I picked up a couple at the supermarket, but also, unfortunately, one is attached to someone that I am related to, and that it's like being able to love someone, but at a distance, right? That's what's required. I can't spend my effort and energy helping someone else live their best life, right? My job is me. That's it. Thank you, Blackjack. And I am very blessed, very, very, like, to the point where a lot of the times I'm like, how did we even do that? What have I been doing? Just like rolling and staying blessed. You know, that's just it. That's just it. And as a human with an ego and other people around that maybe you allow to sway your internal emotions about, because I'm speaking for myself too, that's what makes it challenging to stay in the 5D energy. And so my work, my joy, my progress is to be here doing this, what I'm supposed to do. Thank you. Yes, we're all rolling through life. Exactly. That's why it's always really difficult for me to understand, like, as a world, how we're all so much the same. Like, why? Okay. Here's the next one. And if anyone has a question, feel free to ask. You can ask it in the chat, or just put in the chat that you like have a question, and then we'll get in with that. Oof. I don't know who this is for, but sometimes it's like a similar message across, because like I just said, we're all very similar, so there is a lot of like the same needs of reminding people, like there's a lot of things that you have control over, hey Cupcake, and things that you don't, and so you shouldn't spend your effort and energy on things you don't really have control over. Yes, and so this is a lesson that we get reminded of over and over again, right? Here we are, the Page of Swords, right? Looking at the back, not looking forward. Something is like coming into balance, or it's like you're moving away from, you're getting justice from and balance. That's going away. And these two threes together, right? This is like you took your lumps and now you're moving on. Things are changing, right? Everything changes. That's like, we all know that that's the truth. And it's good to know that when things are bad, they'll get better, but also to remember that when things are great, there'll always be future lessons, right? Feeling regret, feeling guilt, feeling lack, feeling unfulfilled. Reminder, you are the chariot of your life. You're the charioteer. You tell things where to go, how to be, what to do, and when. And if there's things happening that you don't like, look at them for the reality, which is that in duality, there's oneness, right? So it's false to say there's good people or bad people. There's people who have more good than bad and people who have more bad than good. Because good people do bad things and bad people do good things. You never know. So now I'm wondering, like, oh, again, yes, I love this for us. Look, it's the sun. This has been coming out over and over and over again. So any energy you have that's not on this vibe, just let it go. Let it go. This is where we are right now. This is where we are. Fulfillment, happiness, joy. All of that's available in this space. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful I can make this space for us here. It's amazing. If anyone has questions, I will answer them, because money is not the answer and my gifts are not for sale. They're for free to benefit every person that I come across. Whew. Will this person reach out to you? Okay, we're going to do a jumping card. Might be one or two. Let's see. Is this someone you've known for a while? Again, the Justice comes out. Because these are two cards I got. Justice and the Nine of Wands. Yeah. And Nine of Wands being like, you've been through it. Right? Like, these are all the actions you've taken, and man, you've been through it. Like, you're injured, right? Like, you're not doing good. You're using the staff to hold you up. It almost feels like this is, right, you asking if they'll reach out to you is you being in this energy of like, so many times that, right, they haven't called you and you wanted them to call. They weren't in communication, or they weren't responsive unless something was like, I don't know, really, really a problem, unless justice needed to be done. I'm so glad I could bring you any response to that question. All right, Lucidly Lucy. Clarity on your situation. Okay. So, this is on the bottom of the deck, being like 2 of Cups. That's you know, things that are good. This is for Lucidly Lucy, right? Clarity on this situation. So we're looking for clarity on a situation. The reason you're asking is because something's recently happened that shook the foundations. Maybe a lot of revelations. It's like the one door closes, another one opens, right? Like this happened, then this is the portal that you step through. And the portal that you step through, we've seen this a few times today too, right? We're here. We're kind of ready. We're starting to head out. We're looking the lay of the land. Quickly, very quickly here, 8 of Wands. Messaging or thoughts are going to come to you where it's like, I don't know, is this really worth it? Standing here just watching the stuff. Am I doing enough? Am I doing the right things, right? Rest. When things are growing, when you're here being like, is it worth it? There's really nothing for you to do over here. You've kind of already done it and you have to wait, right? Rest, meditate. And that's what's going to bring this change, right? There's this whole like tower moment and all of this is kind of together, right? But the outcome is you being the high priestess. You see the darkness, the light, you accept it. You have abundance, you have knowledge from the divine that helps you make these decisions and avoid tower moments in the future. I hope that was good. All right. How does Jay feel after reaching out to him? Okay. You mean like how he feels after you reach out to him, or how they feel? Sorry. This is just one card. So I got this. This is like, you're welcome, Lucidly Lucy. And all I have to say to that is, like, this is for all of us. We've made it so far already. We will continue to be fine. Like, if you are in this space and feeling this energy, you are divinely blessed and protected as well. There should be no fear in doing what you're called to do. This is what he gave us, right? Oh, and that was the other thing. Like, this isn't your first tower moment. Everybody has tower moments, like, all the time. This is how we grow and change and evolve. Is it painful? Yes. Does it suck most of the time? Right? Because the tower moment comes when you haven't been paying attention to the little signs before and made the changes. Okay, you reached out to him yesterday. This is what came out. This is the Knight of Swords. See him rushing, and I can't tell. Like, I don't know. It just feels like rushing, and it's like, maybe what he feels. Okay, this is it. Maybe what he feels is that you're rushing back in, or rushing the situation, right? You're coming in with intellect, or he's coming in with intellect. Either one of you are there. Rushing where? I don't know, wherever the next stop is. Right? That you're rushing. It's a hurry. Maybe. All right, I'm not going to say maybe anything else. Let's look here. Okay, so this is how. All right, nope, I'm not saying that. If it comes out again, it's going to come out. Was he happy though? Yes, because the card I saw was like the Fool card. Yes, there we go. It's the Fool and then the Emperor, right? This is why I should always just do it, even if, right? Like sometimes I don't like giving the news, but that's my job too. So he feels like it could be a new start, right? But he has to feel like he is in control. Or that person, them, they need to feel like they're the emperor in their life if they're going to start something new. And take your time. There's plenty, always plenty of time in life. You're always at the right space at the right time. Anything else isn't possible. Somebody got a decision coming up too. Keep seeing that. Guys, there's big energies afoot. Like so many 10 cards, like things are coming to completion. So many of the named cards. I forget that right now. I accidentally, sorry y'all. You were expecting him to reach out today? Well, I would say don't rush, right? Don't rush him to respond. Don't like repeatedly send text or call. Just chill. Right? Rest, meditate, truly believe and understand and integrate the idea that everything is always okay and life turns out wonderfully for you. Hi Mel, how are you? I'm just reading tarot cards for questions. Will your health be better by the end of the year? Okay. One, I love that you're here because we always invite Archangel Raphael into this space with us, and he is the one in charge of healing your body, heart, mind, and soul. And I've definitely had miracles in my life through them, so that's wonderful. Okay, health. Okay. Also, please know, I'm not a doctor. I'm just looking at energy. These are just cards, right? Always follow your own intuition and guidance. Second opinions, third opinions. You are the maker of your life. Okay. It's about male's health by the end of 2026. Okay, so just like I was saying, magician, right? We are the ones who control how we feel, what we do, where we go, what energy we bring, right? We're the magician. And the reason it's especially important is because, right, this to me is always some kind of limiting beliefs or false idea that you're stuck or in a place where you're surrounded by those who would persecute you. There's nobody else there. There's nobody else there. The next one, more swords, right? And so it's almost like you are here and then you're like, oh shit, I'm sneaking out with some of these swords because I'm gonna try something new. You're definitely going to try something new. And when you're trying something new, reserve judgment. Reserve judgment. And try to be open and compassionate to yourself about what is going on. But again, the Chariot. Right? You are the one driving where you go. And how do I know this? Because we're in charge of well, as much as we can be what we put into our bodies. So know that you are the charioteer, right? You are the one who is in charge of the things you're going to think, feel, say, and do in regards to your health. And yep, like I said, second opinions, third opinions. I've been down that road too, of having to go to many doctors over a few years before finally figuring out what the heck was wrong so I could make the changes and feel better. There's some action. Ooh, this is so good. There's some action, like idea in your head where you're like, ooh, I really want to go do this. If it's like dancing or hiking, or you're going to have some kind of like thing to do, inspiration that helps your health, but may not be directly related to it. And that's going to be the thing that's like, makes you the happiest. It is hard. It is hard, especially when from the outside it doesn't really look like anything's wrong, right? The invisible illnesses or chronic things or disabilities. I think the hardest part for me was like unlearning all the ableism that I was giving myself, and the resilience to keep going to see all these different specialists and tell them my story over and over, and continuing to do that even when it felt like nobody's listening to me, they don't understand, they think I'm making it up, like, you know? And then come to find out I'm just a rare cat with a lot of things. Rareness. And I'm so grateful that everything. Okay. When you have control over your mind and your intellect and your thoughts, you made it. Like, you made it home. You're doing all the right things. Listen, okay. We don't have to hope. So, what we're going to do right now, because I feel the chills all over me. Thank you. We are going to pray right now for your health. 100%. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for the protection that you give to male daily as they're going through their day. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for the healing, miraculous healing of those in our chat, and male especially, who is looking to be better so as to do better, right? We all know we have a purpose, and we also know that we're at the right place at the right time all the time. There's lessons that we learn in everything, and thank you so much for the strength you give male, that they can explore, find out, learn, and do things that bring them peace and health and harmony and allow them to walk more easily on the path that you've set out before them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mel, come see me in a couple days. See how it is. Yep. Yep. I get it. I got one of those ones where it's like, why does this feel painful? This is not painful. Why is this painful? It makes no sense. And it literally is my mind. Literally my mind. How my brain is interpreting signals. That was good. Mel, I hope that you feel better. Here's something else I'm going to do. Okay, I've got more crystal friends around all the time. This is red jasper. I know it's like not the best lighting, kind of dim here, but it's red and it's shining. It's a palm stone. It is very much about health and healing. And so whoop whoop, we'll just put some of this energy here. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. And I have a point, so we're gonna point this at you. And we're gonna put the big one back here. And we are going to shove this healing energy into this space. Okay. That was fun. So, I'm happy to hear that, Mal. I hope you do too. I'm trying to also do lives a little more frequently. I know I've been kind of like AWOL about that, but I actually feel better when I do this. So I'm so grateful that I can be in this space where the vibrational energy is high enough that I don't feel any kind of, you know, ego, lack, tired. And this space is really good for me too. It's really, really good for me. Yo, there is a stack in here for somebody. Okay, I just pulled out the stack. Death and the Magician. There is a big changes coming, and just know that you are the one, and it is a wish come true. You might be wondering why it's taking so long, right? You're like doing the work. Why isn't it working? There are things that are hidden from you at this point that you can't see. Like in growing plants, right? You don't see them putting down their roots. You don't see them getting the nutrients they need or transporting things throughout the plant. You don't see that, right? So it's something like that that's hidden. It's like you're asking, is this really a wish come true? Is it really a wish come true? Because it's such a big change, and it's asking for you to be in tune with everything, right? It's asking for you to be the magician, right? So in control of your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your action towards your goal. Ooh. Yeah. It might be this wish. You're like, is this a wish come true, right? It is. It is. You just need to see it as that. Don't be swayed by something that takes time to come together. It is the wish come true. It is the dream come true. It is the happy family. It is the legacy, multi-generational legacy. Like, ooh, I love that for you. Don't be afraid of change. Change is just what happens. Change is what is. Change is what it is. Let's see. Other things while we're here. I always have selenite. Very good for cleaning the space and your energy. This guy always chills with me because black tourmaline, right? Got to make sure I'm not taking on energies that are not my own, especially when we're doing work together. I love this piece of fluorite. I got it recently. It's like green and purple. Very like calming, intuitive. Another friend with me here is this big amethyst plant. I was born in February, so I'm a Pisces, and amethyst is my birthstone, so I have a lot of amethyst. And then always is like, I feel like you can never have enough rose quartz. Just like you could never love yourself more than enough, right? Which is what rose quartz is about. That's it. So if anybody has a question, you can write something in the chat, or you can write the question. You know, share it or not is fine. There's no like, my gifts were given from the divine. I'm certainly not going to charge money for something that was given to me to be shared. Will Jay unblock me, or should I let go of him? All right. Okay. Are you sure you actually want to be with him? Because the overall energy of this card pull is like nostalgia, right? Like remembering things that are in the past, and then also not recognizing people for who they are, because this person, right, they both look like little kids, but they're not. This is like a very small woman. So if you're thinking that it's a kid, then you're not really seeing them for who they are. All right, and so this was the bottom of the deck, which is to me like the overall energy. Then this is the first one. Owning your light and dark, incorporating it, and accepting yourself for who you truly are, including, right, your shadow self. All right. This is, right, looking out towards the future. We've seen this card a few times today. And then this one, right, being the Queen of Cups, is like very much like here. So you can see her face. She's very intently staring at the cup, and it's like, it feels like a watch pot never boils, right? It feels like, right? You're like, when will he unblock me? It's so long I've been blocked. When? And it's like, yo, get right with yourself. And then consider where you're going. And then consider, right? What are you giving your emotional energy to? Right? It's clear that you love this person, but you're giving all of your energy without getting anything in return. And that's something I work on, and I think others should too. Matching energy. If you're putting, hours of work into something, and you are, you're with a colleague or a person or a job, and you're putting in more than they are, pull back. And if they don't fulfill that need, or they don't have the capacity to hold that energy, it sucks, but there's 8 billion people in the world, right? And we can literally talk to anybody we want, regardless of space or time. Cavisher, what up? If you have questions, I'm just like reading tarot cards for everybody, chilling out with crystal friends, and just being in this energy together. High vibrational energy, which because you wouldn't have made it in here if you were not. If you have a question, you can just say you have a question. You don't have to like type it in the chat. Just let me know. Some good cards in here. This is like a recurring theme, and I'm gonna put it up there again because we need to hear it. We need to see it. Yo, it does not have to be so hard, right? When you're balancing things in your life, right, you shouldn't also have to be balancing your emotional state. Because what is outside and you're dealing with should not in any way disturb your emotional state. Now, is that something I always do every time? No. That's what I'm saying. We all need these messages, right? We need to come from a grounded, centered space so that we can more easily balance things in our life. That's the first one. Next one. Whatever we've been working on, it's finally coming to fruition, right? So you've been trying so hard, balance. Well, you're very close to being done, and you can put down the load, right? However, there's this feeling here. It's like almost not ever being done. not finishing and still feeling like you have to do something or be in an advantageous position before you take the step. What are you thinking right now? All right. Let me tune into your energy and I will pull cards for you. Okay, these ones are going to be jumping. It feels like it's a couple. I said jumping and then I didn't do it. So what's going for you right now? What are you thinking about? You're thinking about a new opportunity that's come to you. Should you go through that door? You being in this space is the offering right now. Are you going to accept the energy? Are you going to accept the challenge? Are you going to take that material lesson from right now and carry it forward? You do, your life is not going to be the same. You start charging in, right? You do what you feel good doing. Magician. A magician does that. A magician takes an idea and carries it out into the world and makes it happen with actions. Isn't it great to be in this space? I was talking a little earlier, because this is the part that like hurts a little bit, is that it's like you can't fool me. People around me, you can't fool me. Like, even if I don't have tarot cards, I see, I hear, I know, I'm told. And so that's hard sometimes. When you know things, but people haven't shared it with you. Or know things and you want to help, but you really can't because it's not yours to do. That's also tough too, is being near friends, family, loved ones, and seeing them struggle, and then, because I've felt it this many times, is not allowing them to learn the lessons to get out of the situation themselves, right? Give too much, help too much. If anybody in here has a question, what are the cards instructing you to do? What I told you. Oh, here's a little stack here. Let's see what we got. Capture. This is you here with enlightenment going, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I'm just hanging here. I'm stuck. How am I going to get out of this? Again, false belief, right? I'm stuck. I can't get out of this. And then the moon, which is like things hidden, right? Oh, it's not enough light. It's not the sun. You already know what you need to do. You already know what you're supposed to do. And if it's something that you don't want, find some way to enjoy it. And eventually it will become enjoyable, even if it's something you didn't want to do. That's all I hope for you and for us in this space. Pray, 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 pray. Keep your energy up. Focus on things that are positive. It's all just energy. This is how we can be getting any kind of messages from this, right? Like the energy of everything. Like, even if you're not here, we're exchanging energy because we are communicating through this. One more. If anybody has questions, just ask. Put them in the chat. Yeah. Call on support from the physical and the mental, spiritual, whatever have you. I just heard this soul say, all life wants you to succeed. Right? Am I clairvoyant? Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'd say a lot of it is just, for some reason, I can see more than some people, or I read more into the energy of why someone does something. I don't know, something like that. But I do hear things, and I see things, and I know things. So those are 3 clairs. So maybe. But no one ever gets it right. That's why I wouldn't go around being like, I know the future. Right? Because it's like, you can let people think you don't know. And then open up your mouth and prove them that you don't know anything, right? I don't know. I think I missed that one. Listen, we are all connected. We are all human. How do you think we can even tap into these things? How do you think you even stumbled on here today, my friend Cavisher? I've done that kind of thing before. Here's something I would recommend. You can roll dice. You can do RNG. You can do use a pendulum. There's lots of different ways that you can pick numbers and things like that. But are you playing the lottery because you need or want money to feel fulfilled? Or like, it's like, what is the purpose and the desire behind that? Sometimes that will also give you an indication of whether it's for you or not. Like, there's someone at work all the time, they're talking about how they need to make more money, I need to make more money, I need to be rich, I need to be wealthy, I gotta play the lottery, gotta do this and that. I'm like, if you will never achieve it, is if that's all you're ever really doing, is living your life in a state of not recognizing what you already have in place, and the gratitude of that, and acknowledgement of it, right? It's like, I would say many of us who stumble on this channel, especially if, you know, the fact that you have a cell phone to watch this, the fact that I have a cell phone to do this, like, we are already extremely wealthy. And a lot of it is that we don't see it, and we don't recognize it in nature. And I think that's because we choose as a species to, for the most part, not participate with nature, but instead try to rule nature, thinking that we're, like, I don't know, not a part of it. So, in regards to the lottery numbers, here's something else I'll say too. That guy wanted to play the lottery one day, and he asked me for numbers, and I said, well, when I drew the tarot cards just before I came in, I saw a 3 and a 7, and 100% that was the 2 first numbers of the lottery ticket. And I was like, guys, come on. It's like people who are like, oh, I don't believe in tarot cards or all this kind of thing. Why would you believe in that? And I was like, because I've seen, right? I've pulled multiple decks with people and gotten similar cards. You saw how many, if any of you been here a while, how many similar cards we're getting today. There's 78 cards in the deck, right? Statistically speaking, what is the possibility of that? Seriously. Seriously. And the wisdom I have comes from hard-fought experience and the grace of God. That's it. That's how I'm here today. And you are too, even if it doesn't feel like that. Even when it feels like, I don't know what to do. And then you're like, you're already in control. Should you drop a worldly attachment and live in the woods? Yes or no? Here's what I'd say. As a species, we need to trend that way more, because the things that we think are important or valuable are actually harming ourselves and our environment. I wouldn't say leave everything behind. You'll know if you're called to that, right? You don't need to ask me, right? I know you've got the connection, heart, mind, all the way up to the top connection. You'll know what you're being called to do. I will say, though, I'm very fortunate to have been able to help people get out of participating in capitalism. And also, that's my intent, right? Like, for any future things that I get, my intent is to create things so that other people can live and benefit without having to work for money. Because it really makes no sense. The earth is insanely abundant, and we choose to plant things near us that serve no real purpose other than like ornamental, right? Like, why is there unedible foods being grown in a city? Why? I went to Paris was it last year? Yes, I went to Paris last year. They have fruit-bearing trees just on the sidewalk so that people can literally just grab and go. Why? You're intimidated by such a risk. I know, that's why I'm saying, like, you have to ask, right? Ask yourself and your higher self and all of those interested high vibrational energies that are interested in your life and like making it better. That's how you learn. That's how you learn what's right for you. That's how you start to feel like it's not too risky, right? Because it does take work, right? You got to figure out how you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, how you're going to plant. How does that work? Like, are you going to do organic or permaculture? How do things fit together? You know, all of that takes some like effort and time in planning. But you know how you know what's right for you or not? Does it feel good? When you think about it, do you feel like, oh, this is something I have to do, or it's too scary, or does it feel like it excites you or something that you want to explore more? Those are the types of indications that let you know where direction you should be going in, because God is good, right? What feels good is on your path. Oh no. Okay, it looks like maybe I came back. Oh, that's why. It turned the camera around. Sorry. I was like, what's wrong? What's going on here? Something got reset. And so we can make the little choices that maybe help, but it's more and more obvious to me, especially, that it has become increasingly difficult in our society to live a like balanced moral life. You never know. But the best part was, for a minute you believed that, right? You were like, oh, you disappeared. I love you think that way about me. That I would just be that kind of like magician. Yeah. So if it feels good and you're working towards your goal, that's for you, right? If you have this goal and as you're on your path, it feels good, that's for you. If you create a goal and it feels like something that you have to do, or how are you going to do it, or it's necessary, you know, any feeling that's not like good, excited, happy, It's not for you. Do I believe in aliens? Yes. However, the reason I believe is, of course, a wild, crazy reason, but I'll share it here because, I mean, everything, right? So the reason why I know that there's aliens is because I've had some past life dreams of where I was in other places. I know that my last one was likely in the Pleiades, which is why I have such a very strong connection to that star cluster. But I also learned from a piece of Moldavite that I at one time was on like a much more aquatic planet that had like, I would say like fish people. I don't know how else to explain it, but that lifetime there, when I tapped into it here, taught me what was most important, and it was not making effort and making money. It was about having fun and being with family and reveling in the nature that's there instead of thinking it's something to be used or monetized or taken. So yeah, yep. I've done all kinds of wacky stuff on my spiritual journey, for sure. For sure. But that's the fun of it, right? Like, and it's all just intention. And it is, I mean, it's fun. Why not? All right, my time has come to a close. You like rocks too? That's awesome. So I have a lot of crystals. We'll have to go through crystals another time. But this is the one that I'm loving a lot because it's amethyst and that's my birthstone. All right. Do what's good. Do what's good. Do what feels good. Bye.